Hello guys, today I'm going to cover the lawn maintenance. Basically this is our lawn and this is early fall morning, pretty nice morning. And last year what I've done is basically I've aerated this lawn and done the overseeding, and the result of that aeration and overseeding, the grass looks very nice. It's lush green grass. This year I'm planning to do the same process again, but thought of covering it and documenting it to show the before and after result. So the first step before the reseeding I'm going to do is that move this lawn entirely. As you see that there are some patches over here, the dead grass, and aerator cannot remove this dead grass. So this year I'm going to do the additional step, that is dethatching. So what exactly this means is that thatch is a build up organic matter which can include dead grass, leaves, stems and overcrowded grass roots. And thatch can stifle the growth and health of grass or turf. And removing this thatch helps the grass by encouraging it to thicken up and also make it stronger and less susceptible to the diseases. For this I'll be using dethatcher. I've already if you see my video on the dethatcher, it is on my channel, that how exactly the dethatcher removes the dead grass from the lawn. Dethatcher is a device that removes thatch from the lawns, and there are different types of dethatchers, like the motorized dethatcher or pull behind the garden tractor, but I'll be using the motorized dethatcher. So that is the first step. Then second step is the soil aeration, and that soil aeration involves perforating the soil with small holes to allow air, water and nutrients to penetrate the grass roots. This helps the roots grow deeper and produce a stronger, more vigorous lawn. For the soil aeration, I'm going to rent the aerator from Home Depot and aerate this entire lawn. And once the aeration is done, the last step is overseeding. Overseeding is simply spreading the grass seed over an existing lawn. This one step itself will do more to improve the quality of your lawn than almost anything else can do. But I think the combination of dethatching, aeration and the overseeding, I'll have the lush grass next year. I'll capture all these steps in the video, but before that the first step is lawn mowing. So lawn mowing is pretty straightforward. Mow the lawn, and then the second step is dethatching, third step is aeration, and fourth step is the overseeding. So let's start with the lawn mowing. And this is how our lawn looks like after the lawn mowing. This is the first step before you use the dethatcher, and now we'll see that after using the dethatcher how much thatch comes out from this lawn. and 1/4 of the detaching is done for the back side of the house. Pretty good, everything is coming out nicely, and that too only the dead grass, no live grass is coming out. And to collect this, earlier I used the rake, but I am planning to use the lawnmower to see that if I can collect this entire thing without any efforts. Let me show you the thatcher in work. So it's kind of dark, but I'm done with the raking, the thatching, and it came very nicely. Only again the dead grass only. Now the main work is collecting this dead grass. Today we are going to aerate the lawn using this aerator. We rented out this aerator from the Home Depot, and if you see, it's pretty heavy. On the back side of this area, on the bottom side of this aerator, it has these spikes which takes out the plugs from the lawn, like kind of 3 to 4 inches plugs. So you'll see that there are plugs all over the place wherever I've done this aeration. The idea is to do this entire do the aeration on the entire lawn. Once this is done, the last step is going to be the overseed. So this is pretty nice and heavy machine from Home Depot. Not much costlier to rent, just 90 bucks for 24 hours, but to be frank, it takes only for this much lawn, not more than 1 hour max. So let me capture the aeration process using the time-lapse photography. And this is how the lawn looks after the aeration. Everywhere small holes because of the aerator, um, and 3 to 4 inches plugs came out from the aerator. So you'll see that those plugs also. Now basically the last step of this process is for the healthy lawn is to reseed this entire space with the seeds. And so if you do reseeding immediately, there are chances that the seed which you are using for reseeding, they will go to these holes, which is a good sign, good thing. Or you can reseed after some days also. Just you have to make sure that you cover the entire area of the lawn. And another thing is basically you have to water this entire area where you are doing the reseeding twice a day, so that the all the time lawn soil must be moist. This will help for the healthy lawn. Once it is 2 to 3 inches lawn, then you can start with the mowing. But otherwise, this is the last step of the entire process. And now last step in the process of making our lawn healthier for the next summer or spring is basically reseeding. So far we are done with the thatching, second one is the aeration, and third one is the reseeding. For reseeding I am using Scott's Turf Builder grass seed sun and shade mix. This comes in different varieties. When you go to Home Depot or Lowe's, you will find fall mix, you will find sun and shade mix, you will find contractor mix and all. From my last experience and looking at the combination of seeds they have used for sun and shade mix is good. So I am using sun and shade mix. You can see the combination of different types of varieties of seed they put into this one is on the back side of the package. It has the perennial ryegrass, Geckle Kentucky bluegrass, right Kentucky bluegrass, and all those kind of grass, and how much percentage of these seeds are there inside this package is you will see on the back side of the packing. In addition to that, since I am going to use the rotary spreader, the setting for rotary spreader for reseeding is 8.5. So this you can find it on the back side. And let me show you the rotary setter. So this is the place where you have to reset your rotary spreader. Let me see if I can show you the, okay, here you go. So currently it is 6.5. So as per the manual you have to set it at 8.5, I guess. It is 8.5 for resetting, and if it is a new lawn it is 9.5. So I've reset it at 8.5. I'm going to pour all these seeds inside this hopper and then just walk on the lawn, overlapping the each area to make sure that each and every part of the lawn is reseeded. And then after that it is just watering this lawn. I'm going to add the weekly pictures for this one, or maybe video after how the lawn looks after say 4 weeks, 3 weeks. So watch out for that video. Intermediately, as a fourth step, what you could do is you can even add the Turf Builder lawn food at some point of time after 4 weeks. This also I am going to use Scott's Turf Builder. So overall there are 4 steps are involved for this entire process. 5 steps are involved for this entire process. One is of course the lawn mowing, that is the first step. Second step is the thatching, that is removing the dead grass. Third step is aeration, that is making the holes and taking out the plugs from the grass. Fourth step is grass reseeding, and fifth step is basically the adding the Turf Builder Turf Builder lawn food to the grass. And just go at the standard pace and do the reseeding. So and now just start the reseeding. cover the area where you want to do the reseeding more, but it is pretty much straightforward.